Hey there, welcome back to the Sims resource. Today we're going to be doing a pretty exciting speed build inspired by the new pack that just came out, Growing Together. I think that's the name. If I'm wrong, uh, let's pretend I'm not. I'm pretty sure it's Growing Together. We're gonna operate off the assumption that it is. Let me double check. Yes, okay, it is. I'm not crazy. Um, that's great. I actually haven't had a chance to play a lot of this pack, just because I haven't had. I really wanted to start with like a single sim and like have her build a family, and I was really invested in that until I realized how much time that was gonna take, and I don't have that much time. But I'm telling you, one of these days I'm gonna get the chance to sit down and play the whole pack, and I'm very excited about it. Anyway, in the meantime, I am a big Sims 3 Generations fan. I don't know if anyone else who was playing a lot of Sims 3 during that era was big into Generations, but that was like my favorite pack ever for The Sims 3, so I'm interested to see how this pack holds up. If you guys have any thoughts on how it does or does not hold up to that iconic and classic pack, drop it in the comments. I want to know. In the meantime, yeah, we're building a blue Suburban. This is kind of a classic style build for families. It's Sim families. I think of it as popularized by the ever iconic Lil Simsy. Shout out to you. She's not watching, but shout out anyway. Yeah, the blue Suburban is kind of an iconic thing. If you watch a lot of Lil Simsy, she talks a lot about her, I guess, trend of building a lot of them at one point, and so now it's kind of a bit. And I just kind of wanted to pay homage while also paying homage to this amazing new pack. I was so excited to see that we were doing a family-based pack because I feel like it's what we've been missing. I don't know about you guys. Generations was one of my like most essential Sims 3 packs. I may have made a video at one point. Maybe I didn't. If I didn't, I'll have to make one. That was basically like what are the most essential Sims 3 packs, and Generations was one of them. Like you really, in my mind, couldn't play that game without it. I mean, obviously, if you're only playing like single adult Sims, then you wouldn't have needed it. But if you're playing with any other life states, it really added so much. My favorite addition that I think no one ever talks about is the addition of strollers. Oh my god, they're so cute, but also canes for elderly Sims and walkers, because it meant that they could get around, and, you know, actually represent real life, which I think is like every single time The Sims adds a pack that is more representative of real life, I get excited. Here I'm adding some cherry flooring. I know some people think that this is way too orange, and I hear you, but also I grew up in a house with cherry flooring, and I will defend it. Anyway, this little bump out I'm actually using as like a play area. The family that I built this for had an infant, and so I wanted to add a bunch of little toys that would make sense, and also I used these new couches, which are beautiful. The swatches are great, and it made it so easy to make a cohesive little living room. I'm still kind of getting through all the build buy from this pack, but I love it so far. This is adorable. Like, tell me it's not. You can't. Like, it looks great. I also want to put an accent table. It's kind of hard to fill in like the little bump out spaces in rooms like this when I've added all the windows, because I'm like, well, I don't want to block the windows with furniture, but sometimes you have to, and it's okay. I bumped out the couch a little bit and added a coffee table because coffee tables are really essential. That's what I found as an adult, is that I use my coffee table to hold so much stuff that I don't want to put away because I use it kind of often, but I don't want to like leave out either. Because I can kind of hide it on like the bottom rung of the coffee table, and let me tell you, that is a life hack. I also use my kitchen table as basically just place to put things and not a place to eat, so that could be a problem, but I don't know. Let me know if anyone else has that issue. I, like, without fail, my roommate and I just like put things on the kitchen table. It's not really like a place that we use to eat ever. I don't know. Is that like a... Maybe as I get older I'll actually start using a tea, but I feel like I see it in the couch a lot of the time, or like in my room. So I don't know. Let me know. I use this little cubby from the high school pack as a little display spot in the kitchen because I couldn't find a counter that fit in nicely, and it's so cute. I love it so much. It's such a nice little because like, you don't want to leave that corner empty, but you don't want to have something that's like bumping out and creating routing issues for your Sims. So It fit very nicely. I also added some shelves over here. I really like this shelf, but I hate the like pin board back and the inside. I ended up just using it here because I didn't really feel like looking for a different shelf that I liked better, but that is basically the reason I don't use it in every build, is because there's like the weird like pin board like pegs in the back, and I think it's because it came with the college pack and it had something to do with college. I don't know. I never had a shelf like that in college, so I can't personally speak to it, but maybe if you did, you can explain why, because I don't personally understand the reasoning for it, but whatever. Here I'm just adding in some decorations to the kitchen. I went with this green color. I actually like it. I don't know. I feel like it's a color that, as of right now, looks very modern and fresh. It may start to look dated, but the great thing is that you can just paint over it because it's not wallpaper. I love that. Here I am just adding some wall decoration to the living room. Trying to kind of keep with that very light teal and like pink theme. That's been a color scheme that I've seen trending a lot, is that like a dark green or teal mixed with like a very pale millennial pink. I think it's cute. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that's like either going to be seen as timeless or like very of its time in a couple of years, and I guess we'll have to see. I feel the same way about like the all white farmhouses. Like I feel like they're already kind of becoming dated, which, like, I don't know, modern farmhouse for some people is like the holy grail of all design, and for other people it's awful. I fall in the middle. I like it enough, but I think that when it's too white, like too like white and black, it just makes me sad, because I'm like, I sure wish that like there was some color in this house. I say as I create a beige hallway. I don't really know how else to paint this hallway. But I knew I wanted to add a little sitting area because I feel like I just knew a lot of people growing up who just had little seating areas in their hallways because they had extra space, and like what else do you put there? So that's what I added here. Just a little couch and a chair and you know, a rug. I kept it pretty simple. I also had another toddler play mat because I just think that it's very realistic to have that in pretty much any open area in any kind of house. At least, you know, from when I grew up, and also like from babysitting, that like, yeah, you just tend to have those kind of everywhere, because like sometimes you got to do something and the baby has to be there and you don't want to have to hold the baby, so the baby goes in the playmat. Here I'm just adding in a double sink. This is a nice big bathroom. I rarely remember to allot space for a big bathroom, so I was very proud of myself for even remembering to add all the tiles and stuff for it. And then I'm just adding some wall art. I went with the white and black theme in here because I don't know, I've never committed that hard to a bathroom. Maybe I should do like a full room reno of like just a bathroom. Maybe that'll come up soon, I don't know. But for right now, it's a pretty basic white and black bathroom. I just find that's easiest. And then here I am just moving on to the nursery for the baby. I haven't like used the game. I haven't done gameplay in a long enough amount of time that I like put in a crib and I was like, oh, I haven't seen these. Like, these are new to me. So yeah, when I finally get the chance to play, I'm gonna play with the infant life state and also all the new stuff that comes with the pack. So very excited. I just made it a pink and white room. I know it's very I guess boring for a little girl's bedroom to be pink and white, but that's what mine was. And actually mine was blue, so subverting expectations with the best of them, Ryan Johnson style. But there was lots of pink in it, so I just went with this pink, and I like the white at the top of the wall. I think it just does a nice job of dividing the room a little bit, and I kept it pretty basic in terms of decorations, just a lot of pink and cute. And I don't know, I feel like it's something that you can establish as you get older, though I have done a couple pretty cute like jungle themed nurseries because I know that was a trend for a minute, and I think that is also very adorable. Finished up the kids' bathroom and then just moving on to the master bedroom. Got a lot of momentum at this point, because normally at this point, I think I built this for like an hour and a half, and typically after a certain point, I'm like, oh, I gotta go take a break, gotta go get a snack, like I've been staring at this house for too long. I was on a roll with this, and I think it's because there were only 2 bedrooms, and it just kept me going, because otherwise I'm like, oh no, I gotta keep building all these bedrooms. I'm a renovator over a builder, and so building takes it out of me, attention span wise. By the end of my build, I'm usually like, oh, I'm gonna do more, but I pushed through it, and I think it turned out really cute. So proud of myself for that one, because believe me, a couple of years ago you would have just seen me like, all right, well I'm not even gonna build it. I'm gonna just give up. And so here I'm just doing the exterior. This is also what kind of takes it out of me. It was easy enough because I knew I was doing a blue Suburban. But, you know, I always like to make it feel a little bit lived in, if not, like, super lived in. I've done better yards than this, I think, but this is a pretty good one. And I am pretty happy with how it ended up. I added a fence because that is a big liability thing. Always have fences on the outside of your decks, or else your insurance rates are going to be crazy. Why do I know this? I don't know. I took a class in high school, and I think about it every single time I build. Oh my god, the grass spray. This is gonna be a very minor complaint, but I'm still mad about it. There's like no spray in this game that matches like the grass perfectly. Like you have to blend a bunch of shades together, and I just want one that does that. It just gives you what the basic grass looks like, because it drives me up a wall that I can never match it perfectly, and then I always have one patch of grass that looks crazy. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like the rest of the house, and it's very frustrating for me. So if anyone knows a hack for that, please let me know, because it is one thing in this game I haven't been able to master, and it makes me angry. Okay, so here we're on to screenshots. Hope you enjoy, and hope you're enjoying the new pack. I hope I will be too as well. So have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye!